This winter, we traveled to Japan to celebrate something special, Mama and Terry's birthdays. We explored different parts of Tokyo, experienced a winter season for the first time, and saw Mount Fuji up close. Along the way, we tried different kinds of Japanese food, visited unique places, and sang our hearts out at karaoke. It was a trip filled with simple moments, good company, and memories we'll always look back on. This is our Japan winter trip. Day 1 started with a shocking moment. Coming from a tropical country, this was our first time in 3 degrees Celsius weather, and honestly, I didn't expect to feel that cold. While waiting for Terry and Dominic, we went to our favorite ramen shop inside Narita Airport. After that, we took the local train and headed out to Mitsui Shopping Park Laleport in Funabashi just to walk around and explore. We ended up staying longer than expected, checking out different shops, and somehow, buying a Tefal frying pan that was on sale. After that, we took a local train to Sumida City, where we spent the rest of the day catching up and relaxing. Nothing too busy, just easing into the trip, saving our energy for what's coming next.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Wow!
Thank you.
Day 2 and its mom's 61st birthday. We headed to Shibuya, one of the busiest spots in Tokyo, and a perfect place to spend a birthday. We walked around, explored the area, and of course, took a lot of photos. Then came a moment we were all waiting for, Mama's first time crossing the famous Shibuya crossing. Right in the middle of the crowd with people moving in every direction, it was a simple moment, but a special one. After that, we slowed things down a bit and had a dinner together to celebrate. Good food, good company, nothing complicated. At the end of the night, karaoke. Definitely the highlight. A mix of great singing,
with his words killing me softly, with his song.
Fabulous he Alibaba, genuflect, show some respect down on one knee. Now try your best to stay calm, brush up your Sunday salam, then come and meet this spectacular coterie. Prince Ali, mighty is he Alibaba, strong as 10 regular men, definitely. Cause I need you to need me, and till you feel me so refreshed in my little soda pop. Now all I can think, every drop I drink, you're my soda pop, my little soda pop. Roll me down your soul, roll me up, I won't stop. You're my soda pop, my little soda pop.
a not so great singing, but that's what makes it fun. A lot of laughs, a lot of energy, and a really good way to end the day. Simple but memorable. That's how we wanted to celebrate. Day 3 was all about the evening vibes in Tokyo. We headed to the iconic Tokyo Sky Tree and spent some time walking around and taking photos of the tower lit up at night. It looked even more stunning in person than in pictures. After that, we stopped by Life, a grocery market next to the Skytree, to pick up dinner. We browsed the aisles, found some interesting snacks, and grabbed what we needed for a cozy meal later. It was a simple evening, but a nice balance of sightseeing and preparing for a relaxing night in. Day 4. Rochelle and I went for a walk around the neighborhood. We started by visiting the Sumo Museum. Where we learned about sumo history and saw some interesting artifacts. It was a great way to dive into one of Japan's most iconic sport and tradition. After the museum, we went to 7-Eleven and grabbed some snacks, which we enjoyed at the peaceful Yasuda Garden right next to the sumo arena. Sitting there and enjoying the peace and quiet was the perfect break. A little calm in the middle of our busy trip. As Dominic suggested, we tried ice cream despite the cold winter weather, and surprisingly, it was still worth it. It was simple, relaxing, and exactly what we needed to recharge for the next adventures. Day 5 was all about stepping back in time. We visited the Edo Tokyo Open Air Architectural Museum, an amazing place that showcases Japanese architecture from different eras. From the 1600s all the way to the post-World War II period. Walking through the museum, we saw old houses, shops, and buildings, including onsen, bars, convenience stores, and even hotels from back in the day. It was incredible to see how people live and how designs have changed over time. The museum really lets you appreciate the history and craftsmanship of Japan, and it was fun to imagine what life was like in each of those different eras. It was a full day of learning, exploring, and soaking in Japan's rich architectural history. The only downside, we had to remove our shoes before going inside the houses, and the floors were so cold. But honestly, still worth it. On our way home, we saw sumo wrestlers coming out the Kokokigan. Apparently, Terunofuji's retirement ceremony just ended, and we got lucky that we saw some of the top division wrestlers. We took photos and we were excited to see them in person. We woke bright and early and headed to Shinjuku. From there, we made our way to the bus terminal to catch a bus to Kawaguchiko. We sat on the right side of the bus and got a nice view of Mount Fuji from the highway. It's crazy how much bigger it looks the closer we get. We just arrived at Kawaguchiko station and decided to walk to the hotel instead of grabbing a taxi. It's pretty cold out, but the air feels so fresh and clean. It's surprisingly quiet here too, especially for a tourist town. After checking in, we were all getting hungry. So Dominic went on a mission to find a nearby place to eat. Luckily, there was an Indian restaurant right near our hotel called Taj Fuji, an Indian restaurant that serves incredible curry, biryani, and so much more.
Your chicken
Make you feel homesick.
After lunch, we went to the lake to enjoy the view of Mount Fuji.
Saan ka, mahal?
Nasa Mount Fuji!
We spent some time getting photos for our wallpapers and clips for the blog. We got so lucky the sky was completely clear, not a single cloud in sight. It's pretty rare to see Fuji this clearly. While we were taking photos, I noticed a truck parked right by the lake. I was kind of curious why it was there, but more on that later. In the afternoon, we popped into a nearby convenience to grab snacks and beer. Then had a simple little picnic in the park. Just chilling, eating, and enjoying the peaceful surroundings. After dinner, we got the biggest surprise of the day. A fireworks display right outside our hotel. So, remember the truck by the lake? It turns out it was actually loaded with all the fireworks for the Winter Fireworks Festival. I had no idea we were standing right next to the show. It turns out it was a scheduled winter show and we just happened to be in the perfect spot. Food trucks, music, lights, and fireworks. It was pure luck that our trip lined up perfectly. Watching the fireworks felt even more special knowing that Terry's birthday was the next day. We laughed, took a ton of photos, and soaked it all in.
Hi, happy birthday! Where are you?
Fuji-san.
Day 7 is pretty special. It was Terry's birthday. To celebrate, we took a trip to Iyashi no Sato, also known as the Village of Healing. 40 minutes from our hotel, the village stands on the site of a former farming village that was destroyed by a landslide during a typhoon in 1966. Walking through the village felt like stepping back in time. There are over 20 houses in the village, each converted into shops, galleries, museums, and restaurants. Other houses have art galleries, produce shops, or even portrait studios where you can dress up in kimono or samurai armor. After exploring the village, we started to feel hungry. Luckily, there was a cozy restaurant nearby serving hot udon and ramen, perfect for the chilly weather. Of course, we sat right by the window to enjoy an incredible view of the Mount Fuji while we ate. It was the perfect way to celebrate Terry's birthday. Good food, beautiful scenery, and a little touch of traditional Japan. Day 8 was a bit slower for us. After the out-of-town trip, we were all pretty exhausted, so we decided to stay in and take it easy for most of the day. Later that night, we headed out to Akihabara. It's a tradition for Terry and Dominic to take photos with family or friends who visit them in Tokyo, and this time, we got to be a part of it. Instead of just taking photos outside, we went into the photo booth and tried out different styles and poses, from serious shots to funny ones. We pretty much tried everything. Some turned out great, some Some not so much, but that's the part of the fun. We spent time picking layouts, decorating photos, and just laughing at the results. It was simple but really memorable, and it felt special to be part of their tradition. Day 9, our last full day in Japan. With our trip coming to an end, we kept things simple. We spent some time at the park and visited nearby museum around Sumida City. Just taking it slow and enjoying the day. No rush, no big plans, just making the most of the time we had left. As the day came to a close, we headed to Sumida Bridge. We watched the sunset over the Tokyo skyline with boats slowly passing along the river. It was calm, quiet, and a little bittersweet, a perfect way to end our winter trip. Just taking in the moment together. And just like that, our Japan trip comes to an end. From exploring the streets of Tokyo, to seeing Mount Fuji, to simple moments like shared meals, quiet walks, and late-night laughs, every part of this trip meant something. We celebrated birthdays, experienced new places, and made memories that we'll always look back on. In the end, it wasn't just about where we went, but who we shared it with. Until the next trip, bye!